Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Apocalyptic Gardening. Today is November 26th. Happy Thanksgiving. It's been about a month since I made a video, so I thought we'd stop into the underground greenhouse and see how everything is looking. Let's go ahead and step inside. Okay, so outside it's currently 32 degrees, so it's a cold day. Inside, it's about 60 degrees, thanks to my heater right there. It's set at 60 degrees, so it will never get colder than 60 degrees inside, but I want to show you something kind of interesting that's happening. If you look over here, up on the roof, you'll see some moisture up there. We are getting the moisture as we've had in the past. The heater hasn't done anything to stop that. It just doesn't show up on the roof section, on the panel, where the heater kind of hits and comes through. Okay, so let's check out the growth of our plants and the fruits and vegetables that are growing here in the underground greenhouse. If you look right here, we've got the avocado tree. You can see it's growing strong. Well, it's probably about 5 feet tall now, so that's growing nicely. If you look here, we've got some of the world's tiniest oranges. I don't know if they're supposed to turn orange that early, so hopefully they'll still work. If you look back here as well, we've got oranges growing. Let's get the camera back in there. You can see we've got some oranges growing back in here as well. The most exciting thing in the greenhouse is my grapefruits. You can see they're turning yellow. We're getting closer. If we look down here at this one right here, it's getting so close. I'm debating picking it and eating it today as a Thanksgiving to myself for the greenhouse, but that green on the bottom makes me a little bit nervous, and I'm thinking maybe it needs a little bit longer. So stay tuned, watch the end of the video, and maybe, just maybe, I'll try one of those grapefruits. Okay, down here, you can see we've got the potatoes. They're growing in there again. We've got some more oranges growing on this tree here. So if we come in close, you can see we got these here, up through there. So like I said, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be turning orange already, but we're just gonna leave them there and see what happens. Behind me here, you can see the lemon tree. It's not doing as well as the other trees, and it's not producing anything. And then, of course, right here, we have my favorite crooked old lime tree. And there is some exciting news down here. If you look right in here, you can see a tiny little lime growing. And there's another one right back here, if you can see that guy. So there's one more there. And then you can see a little flower right here. And that's good news because that means another lime will soon be growing there. There's actually a few other limes growing on this tree as well, so we may get limes for the first time. Okay, then over here, you look in here and you can see we've got some little cherry tomatoes growing. So this bush is still producing into the winter months. And then let's go check out the large tomato plant. And you can see right here, once again, we've got some beautiful tomatoes growing. You can see them growing all throughout this plant here. So we've got tomatoes growing as well. Down here, we've got strawberry plants, and you can see I've left them potted, but they're all growing really nicely. Okay, so I was just in here trimming down the top of the lime tree because it was hitting the roof, and I don't want that. And I went to trim off this branch, and all of a sudden I noticed this. I'm gonna flip the camera around because this is a very pleasant surprise for me. Okay, so if you look at the underside of this lime tree, you'll notice there's little flower buds and flowers growing, and there's even some little limes growing in there. So this tree should produce a lot of limes for us this year. Okay, so there's one last thing I want to talk about before I bring the video to a close. I do have some tropical plants in here. I have right here behind me, you can see a Lilikoi. And if you come down here, you can see that the Lilikoi is still in a pot. And I have two of those in here. I have one over there. And this is kind of an experiment. This is the first year that I put a tropical plant into the greenhouse in the wintertime. And I'm very hopeful that these two Lilikois will survive and hopefully at some point start producing. And if that's the case, maybe I'll put a banana tree in here in the future. So this year, the thing I'm really focused on is to see if this Lilikoi tree over here and the one I have back over in here, you can see it kind of through the wire there. If those two can survive through the winter, I might put a banana tree in here next winter. So anyways, let's hope those two survive through the winter, and that would make me very happy. And by the way, if you've never had a Lilikoi fruit, next time you go to Hawaii, make sure you give it a try. It's a disgusting looking little fruit that tastes oh so good. I hold in my hand the Lilikoi fruit, Lilikoi fruit. Doesn't that look tempting and yummy? It smells really good, and I think you just like slurp it out or something. Okay, then if we look in here, you can see we've got some nice peppers growing in here and up on this bush as well. We'll look up underneath there. So we've got peppers growing, you know, they're getting pretty big. So the pepper plant is still producing as well. So everything's doing just as it has in the summertime. Everything's growing great. So it looks like the heater experiment that cost me like $1 million, by the way, is working. So it is my guess that we will get fruits and vegetables this year. Keep watching as I produce more videos, and you'll get to see if it really does produce throughout the wintertime, or if I just wasted a whole bunch of money putting a heater in here. So the other thing I'm gonna show you really quick, if you look up here on the roof, we've got condensation. Let's see if you can see that. If I touch this, rains on me. So that's kind of cool because the greenhouse, water dropped right on my face, but that's pretty cool because the greenhouse can kind of self-water. I do need to water some things in here, but it's pretty awesome. I'm actually very grateful that it does that. I think we're not quite there yet, so keep on watching. I'm very hopeful by Christmas time. Maybe this will be a Christmas present for me. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving to you all. I'm so grateful to each one of you that has subscribed to my channel. Please, if you're just finding this video, hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate that more than you know. Other than that, I'm out of here. Have a happy Thanksgiving.